Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'll give everybody a chance to jump on and then we'll begin. This is going to be a fun live today. So, welcome back to the Fully Me channel, where we alchemize the experience of broke artists into rich artists without sacrificing your art, your money, or your family. My name is Giselle, and I'm a performing artist of over 25 years, a mom of three, a creative healing facilitator, and a creativity coach. If you are interested in learning how you can work with me, go ahead and check out the details below and let me know what that looks like for you. So, today we are going to be talking about burnout and overwhelm or stress, running in circles. Whatever the other synonyms you have for that, that's what we're going to be talking about. And more specifically, how those things, those feelings, those emotions, those cycles can crush your creative goals, and not necessarily in a good way. But I will also show you how we can prevent that burnout, that overwhelm, that stress by using the very things that we already have. And that is our masculine and our feminine energy. So this is something that has completely shifted things for me. Like, honestly, I was doing things the whole burnout, the whole stressful way, getting very frustrated, discouraged, uninspired. I was all in that realm until I learned this simple tool and began to tweak things for my own self and my own life and my own creative journey. And when I tell you, mm, 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 it has made some changes. It has allowed for me to do things that I never thought was possible. I am serious about it. So, even as I've gone to learn how to do this in my creative flow and my different dreaming and bringing from my imagination to reality, I've also began to learn how to use this in everyday life. So whether it's in my family life, whether it's in my own personal growth life, whether it's things that I'm aspiring to or those everyday tasks, I've been able to incorporate the masculine and the feminine energy and flow in that. And that has allowed me to go so much further, so much quicker, and to accomplish a lot more with greater efficiency and quality that I desire. So, even though I'm going to be sharing this with you from a creative bent, because we are creative artists, I'm also giving this to you as a way for you to take and to mirror in other areas of your life and say, okay, how can I apply this to my home life? How can I apply this to my work life? How can I apply this to my relationships? How can I apply this with just time for me in order to continue in a higher, not just vibration, but energetic flow, frequency, joy, peace, all of those things that we desire to have in our lives. So, to begin, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and why this has been such a life changer, a lifesaver, and a game changer for me. So, if you've been around my channel for a little bit, I have been in the performing arts since I was very, very little. And in fact, I would probably harass my family members by singing at the top of my lungs throughout the house, cornering my mom at the dishwasher, and while I'm reading her a story, or having people sit down and they can't get up until I've performed my new monologue or I've gone over a song. Even my children, they have been my audience as I'm practicing or performing, or just mommy is just being silly right now. I have always incorporated this love of the performing arts and using it in every way that I can since I was very, very young. So it wasn't new to me to continue this through my junior high years, my high school years, my college years, my marriage, and being able to travel and perform on stages large and small. But when it came to me wanting to do like something outside of just the stage, but maybe work on different projects, I would find that I was always pushing and nonstop and scraping and pulling and trying and scrapping this and then trying something else and then scrapping that. And on one hand, it's like, oh, that's great. That means you have some sort of stamina, but it wasn't the healthiest kind of stamina. In fact, as I look back and as I began to take inventory of my own life and take inventory of my own actions, what I found was that all of the nonstop wasn't just from pleasure. It wasn't just from desire. Quite often, as I got to certain seasons of my life, it wasn't in every season, but as I got to certain seasons of my life with different responsibilities, etc., I found that the pushing and the nonstop nature of trying and scrapping a lot under that was me pushing to prove myself, pushing to prove my worth, pushing to prove my talent, pushing to be better than this other person, better than that other person, and getting stuck in the loop of trying to prove that I am good enough. And if you have experienced any of that, where you're pushing or you're doing in order to prove your worth, prove that you are good enough to be seen, to be chosen, to be hired, to be cast, to be collaborated with, one, for the other person that you're trying to prove yourself to is going to have an icky energy and they're going to move further away from you. But more specifically for you, because we're talking about us right now, it's really draining. Because in order to prove, let me do this, and having that undercurrent of I'm trying to prove myself so you can see that I'm good, see that I'm good, see that I'm good, see that I'm good, there's a quiet whisper and probably a thought that maybe I'm not. Because if we know that we are, and this happens and it sneaks up on all of us, it sneaks up on me at times as well. And I have to readjust, but I'm aware of it now. But when we are not aware of it and we're in that flow of like, maybe I'm not good enough, it just causes us to push more. And then it becomes less about the art. It becomes less about our gift. It becomes less about we doing this because we're just excited to do it. And more so of I need validation. Pour into me, pour into me. I need you. I need energy from you to pour into me so that I can continue to go. And that was not a very proud moment for me to realize that, but it was the truth. I give myself grace. I say, okay, we don't like this. This doesn't feel good. I don't want this. Let me move past this. So that was one reason that I found myself in this, just being exhausted from the things that you would think bring me joy or I would enjoy doing. The other thing is I was trying things that I wasn't even interested in just to make something happen. So as artists, we can find ourselves in this way when we're trying to push for making money. And it's great. Please make your money. Please make your money, honey. We need money. We love money. Money loves us. I love money. Money loves me. Like, yes, get your money. But when you're just doing anything, you're not even saying, do I desire this? Is this something that is good for me? Am I even like, do I have the skills for this? I'm just doing this because I see somebody else doing this. So let me just try it too. Then it comes off as what's the saying? Like a chicken with their head cut off. Very graphic if you've actually seen it. But it's pretty much like there's no direction and you're just moving. You're just flailing. You're walking into stuff back and forth. But you can't see. There's no head there. Again, graphic. I apologize if that's really nasty for you. But there's no head there. So there's no guidance. There's no vision. You can't see where you're going. You're just doing stuff. And when we're just trying things and there's no desire behind it, there's no pleasure behind it, there's no enjoyment behind it, then we're just doing stuff. Yeah, we'll get someplace. Maybe you will get that gig. Maybe you will get that partnership or that collaboration, but how long will it last because there's no desire there? How long before things start falling through the cracks because you're not focused because there's no desire there? Or you won't get it and now that's another excuse or reason for that part of your brain, those gremlins to say, "Oh, see, you're not that good. See, you're not that great. See, I told you." When you're in a completely different place, field, area that is best for you, then that which is best for you. So I had to notice that for myself. And I had to say, okay, am I actually interested in doing this? Do I really want to continue to do this? Was this just me dabbling to see? And now I see is not it. So let me back up. I had to make that clear decision for myself. And so I invite you into that as well, right? These things lead into burnout. They lead into stress. They lead into discouragement. They lead into overwhelm. They lead into overexhaustion because we're doing stuff. There's nothing pouring back into us. There's no pleasure, there's no desire, there's no enjoyment, which pours back into us. Now, the other thing, giving up too quickly. I would give up so quickly. Oh my gosh. And there's times where I've held on too long. So I was like, where's that medium? Where's that middle ground? But if it's something that I enjoy, and I'm like, okay, I like this, but nothing's happening. It happened really quickly for them. Again, getting into that comparison, then I stop. That that grew really tiring for me. And it built into the story that I can't, or I'm not good enough, or it won't work out for me. And then one more, misreading the signs. So all of these are part of my own story, part of my own journey that I'm sharing with you. That led to my own creative burnout, overwhelm, stress. And as I said, this is a creative area as creative artists, but honestly, because we are holistic beings, it flowed into every part of my life. And while I'm like, yes, let the will be in every part of your life, I won't switch, right? You want a wonderful, you don't want overwhelm to flow throughout your life. Joy, yes. Peace, yes. Happiness, yes. Laughter, yes. Sadness, discouragement, no. Misreading the signs. That is another thing that caused burnout and overwhelm in my life and in my creative profession. So it wasn't that, well, at first I was like, okay, maybe I'm doing things wrong. Maybe it's not my desires. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with my skill. Maybe I don't know enough. Maybe I'm not good enough, right? All those stories. And it actually wasn't my craft, my goal, my dreams. It was how I was going about it. And this is the number one thing that can cause you burnout and stress in your creative profession, in your business, in your personal life, in your family life, as you're walking down the street, as you're sleeping, as you're waking up, in every area of your life. Misreading the signs. You find something that you enjoy that gets your heart pumping and you're excited about it. But then at some point, it's like, oh, this is arduous. Oh, this is tiring. Oh, I'm overwhelmed. Oh, I don't have the energy. Oh, I don't have the time. Now I'm stressed about it. And then you like, this is a reason to walk away from it. Even though at one point, before all of that stuff, it excited you. Can I just share with you that it's not the actual thing, the modality, the craft? It's not that. It's how you are doing it. And this is where what's going to lead us directly into the masculine and the feminine energies, and how this, my love, this is going to change your life if you allow it. And I don't say that lightly. This is something even today. What was I doing? I think I was just like doing some different tasks, mom responsibilities, house responsibilities, checking off the list, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. And I was getting things done, but I noticed a shift within my own body, in my own energy, in my own emotions. And that shift it was like, started to crash. And I realized, oh my gosh, Giselle, okay, wait, you have been doing a lot today. You have been accomplishing a lot today, and that's wonderful. But honey, you've been in your masculine back to back to back to back. Where is that feminine? Where is that feminine flow? Where is that feminine play? And once I knew that, I knew what to do and I knew what to shift. So let's get right into it. For the masculine, when you think of masculine energy, that is talking about, think of it as a structure. So I think one of my videos previously, I said that the masculine, the structure is the it's like a riverbed, right? And so when you have this riverbed, you have the structure. This is the riverbed. That's the grass on both sides, and here's the riverbed. And the feminine is the flow, it's the play, it's the bubbling of the water, right? It's the splashing here and there, it's the movement. And that's what fits right in to that riverbed. It gives that masculine, gives the structure for the feminine to flow through. So let's say everyday life. Okay, I would like to cook a nice meal for my family. Well, the masculine part of that would be going grocery shopping. It would be making sure that I have maybe some ideas what I want to do, making sure that I have all of the ingredients, and then going to get them and making sure that they are in the house or wherever I'm cooking. The feminine part of that would be, okay, now I get to cook. I already have the recipe. I know how to spice it up. I taste it. It's tasting good. And being able to watch those who I've cooked for enjoy my meal and me enjoy it too. That's the play. So you have a structure and you have the play. Now, when we come into our creative energies, and I wanted to show you how that's in everyday life, and now we're going to move to our creative arts. In our creative arts, when we are moving forward, we're saying, okay, this is our artist lab time. That means this is when we're going to create something, whatever that project is, whatever that goal is. This is what we're going to set aside some time to get in there and create. So now we know the day, we know the time, and we know where it's going to be. That is our masculine structure. So that when it comes time to getting into that space, we can get into our feminine play and we can allow for our imagination to go wild. We can allow for the different goals and dreams to come forward. Bring out our paint. We can play around with the songs. We can bring out our instruments. We can dance around and say, oh, I like that. Okay, let me change that. Oh, I like this. Okay, now let me put this together with this. Playing part of it. But we had to create some time. We had to let everybody know I'm not available. This is the time. I'm going to come here. I'm going to sit down or I'm going to be dressed in my dance wear, whatever your modality is. Have my art supplies ready. Have my journal, have my computer, have my instruments. This is my time. Another way to think about it is, let's say you want to monetize your gift because hello, we're sharing, but I believe that our gifts get to take care of us. That's what I believe. Yes, we can share to our heart's content, but that's what happens when we are sharing and sharing and sharing, and there's nothing pouring back into us, not only energetically, but monetarily. You get into that broke artist mentality, and that's exactly what we're going away from. No more of that. Instead of broke artists, let's normalize rich artists. And that means let's monetize our gifts, not just for the sake of money, because again, it has to be something you enjoy, something that pours back into you, it brings pleasure and desire and joy and excitement. It brings those things back into you. But it can also take care of you, which gives you more freedom and more time and more ability to do more of the things you love, right? So let's look at our masculine energy and our feminine energy, even with monetizing our gifts. Well, the feminine is the play and the imagination. Oh, this is what I want to do. This is what I do. This is what I'm great at. This is what I bring to the table. This is what I know will change somebody else's life. This is what I know will encourage another person, inspire another person. And you only have to inspire one. They become inspired and inspire another or two. And then it continues, right? So you have this dream, this goal, this gift, this talent, and you are able to share with somebody else. That's that feminine play. But the structure comes in where can they see it? Where can they find you? Where can they join in? Where can they pay you for it? Where can they reach out to you afterwards and say, you know what? Even if it's that really encouraged me and it changed my life. And let me tell you why. Where? Where's the structure of it? If it is a performance, where are you performing? How much are the tickets? Can people come? Can they bring friends? Is it virtual or is it in person? This past December, I actually did a performance, a concert, a Christmas concert where I did both. It was both in person and virtual at the same time. Many people hadn't heard about that, but that was the idea. And I was like, this is happening. And it happened. But I had to let people know. So that is the masculine part. The feminine part is we get to play and we get to flow and we get to use our imagination and we get to just be in that and we get to share it and see how people are inspired by it. But the masculine part, especially when we're monetizing our gifts, where can people find it? And even if you're not monetizing, where can people find it? Where can people learn about you? Are you on social media? Are you sharing your artwork on social media? Are you going to open mics? Are you letting people know, hey, you can find me here so that you can collab? Where is that masculine structure? That's really, really important. So that's another way you can see how those energies work together with us. And now, one more way I'm going to show you is when it comes to sustaining, sustaining the consistency for yourself. Allow time for you. We want to monetize, yes. We want to have that artist lab time, yes. But for you to also be able to enjoy it without any purpose. Just because. Like me singing around the house as a 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Honestly, I did it for a long time. Just because, even now, I'll have times where I just put on an accompaniment track and just sing just because. That is where I'm in the play of it. Instead of thinking, okay, what do I need to do next? Who do I need to contact? Who do I need to connect with? Okay, I want to try to collaborate. We're not game planning in this moment. We're just playing. We're just enjoying. A lot of the times in our lives, burnout and overwhelm comes from forgetting to play, forgetting to be in that feminine energy, forgetting to just enjoy life, enjoy your gift, enjoy what you've been given. Just enjoy. And instead, we're doing, proving, convincing. See me, because it's some part of us that we don't see ourselves. It's so important to remember to play. So, although, yes, we're creative artists, and we're talking about broke artist to that rich artist, honey, move out of that burnout and that overwhelm and stress and our creative passions. Know that this is true for every. Remember to play. When you're cooking, put on some music, dance to it, play. When you're doing laundry, maybe there's something that you want to listen to, or maybe there's something that you want to do and have your notepad, play, whatever it is. When you're walking down the street, play. When you're actually in your craft, play. And be selfish about it. Not just because somebody else wants you to do something, or you're trying to convince somebody else, or you're trying to get this role, and so you're practicing, just play. Just simply play. So, thank you so much for joining me. I trust and I honestly believe this has changed my life, honestly. And I believe that it will for you too. And if you know someone that you think that it will benefit, pass this on to them. Remember, as I said, if your gift has come to you, it is meant to go through you. And it doesn't matter how slow you go, just don't quit. Just don't quit. Don't look to the left. Don't look to the right. Look at yourself in the mirror, honey. You are all you need. You got it. You got it. Breathe, pray, and play, and know it's going to happen. It's going to be good. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, live fully. And is there something else I want to say? Oh, yeah, play. Bye.